In this video, we will be talking about the pedigree analysis. Pedigree analysis, as I had already told you, that pedigree analysis means making the chart of the human generations, and thereafter what are the important diseases which are running in the family that can be identified. But before knowing that, we must know that there are four type of the diseases which are having the four type of rule. Like first, we if we will see four types of Mendelian pattern of inheritance. Now, Mendel's genetics we had already learned. So, Mendelian patterns of inheritance. Four patterns are given here, but we are aware of two, that is dominant and recessive, right? But when we talk about the human, pedigree analysis can be done only in the human. So when we talk about the human, we have the two type of chromosome. One is the autosome and another is the sex chromosome. So for that reason, this pattern dominant and recessive can be seen in both the type of chromosome. Autosome, if it is found into the autosome and the trait is dominant, so that will be called as the autosomal dominant. Same way, if the trait is recessive and found into the autosomes, it is called as the autosomal recessive. If it is found on the sex chromosome, now we have two type of sex chromosome. In the case of male, and in female we have only X chromosome. So if it is found in the case of X chromosome, it will be called as X-linked recessive or X-linked dominant. X-linked recessive is possible only in the case of the female. Why? Because female have the two X chromosome, right? So if she is recessive, receiving a recessive copy of an allele, so that time she will be X-linked recessive. But male is getting only one X chromosome. Males are not homozygous; they are hemizygous because they have the another pair with the Y chromosome. There is a Y-link pattern also, but that is possible for sure. If it is present into the father, it will go into the son. Okay, so X-linked recessive is not possible. You will not find in the category of the male. If it is present in female in the recessive form, homozygous condition, that time only the female will be diseased, or female will be called as the carrier if she is receiving only one allele of the recessive. X-linked dominant, whether it is male or female, they will be affected. Now we will see how the pedigree is written. Now I am giving you example of autosomal dominant inheritance pattern. Now see, dad has the condition. That means the blue one shaded. When we are drawing the pedigree chart, we make the shaded square. But here I have made it simple and I have taken the human chart, so it will be easy for you to understand. Now see, dad has the condition means the man is or the father is affected. Woman does not have the condition. Now see the genotype present, that means working gene, non-working gene. Non-working means here the affected gene. Now female do not have that affected gene. Remember here that affected or that particular gene is dominant. Okay, so even if a person will receive the single copy, the person will show the disease. Same in the case of father, you can see, right? He is having one correct copy and one incorrect copy. So now father is giving one copy to all the offspring. Now mother is giving one. So the one who received the incorrect copy of the gene from the father, you will find that they are affected. Same this child also. So if in family the one parent is affected, you will find that 50% of their children have chances to be affected. Now, few things we must note about autosomal dominant. First, the most important thing, affected parents will have affected children. I repeat, affected parents will have the affected children. There is no skipping of generation. Affected parents will have affected children, no skipping of the generation. In this case, gene which is responsible for transmission of phenotypic character is located on any one of the autosome. So affected heterozygous will transmit trait to 50% of progeny. Okay, so there are 50% chances that their children will be affected. Now I have taken two family example in this particular chart. You can see I have shown three generation. As I told you earlier, that always the generation are shown with the Roman numbers. So this is the first generation, second generation, third generation. I have taken here the two family to make you better understand. So in this case, when we are making single pedigree, we always number 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you can see here both the parents are affected, male and female. So most of the children are affected, but here autosomal dominant is there, and I have written capital H and a space. So here are the chances that they have the heterozygous type of genotype, because we can see that one of their child is unaffected, that is the seventh number. Okay, seventh number person is unaffected. So these two are the first son and second daughter are affected, but this child is unaffected. Now second family we will come. You can see here mother is totally unaffected, father is affected. So here you can see their daughter is unaffected and the son is affected. Now there is a marriage. Now this is not a consanguineous marriage, because these are the different family. You can see they don't have any relation. So you will find that this father is unaffected, mother is unaffected. So their all children are unaffected. So if the parents are affected and parents are heterozygous, that time there are chances that their children, 50% of their children will be affected. No skipping of the generation, and affected parents will have the affected children. This is the most important thing to be remembered about the autosomal dominant. We will talk about the next category, that is the autosomal recessive. Autosomal recessive, in this type, inheritance of phenotypic expression is seen only in the homozygous recessive. Recessive, we all know very well that the recessive trait can be expressed only and only in absence of the dominant trait. So here, if the person is having the homozygous recessive allele, only and only that time there is a chance that the person is affected. So you can say in this case the mother or the female you can find is showing the disease in the family, so they mother is affected, father is unaffected. You will find that all their offspring is very healthy, they don't have any disease. But in the next generation, that means generation number 3, you can see one disease person. So here you will write something, some point. This inheritance is frequently found in pedigree with consanguineous marriages. Why there is a chance that this will spread by the consanguineous marriage, because the genetic makeup of the cousins, consanguineous means the cousins marriage or the marriage between the relatives. So genetic makeup, they are receiving more and more genes from the family. These genes are inherited from the generation to generation. For that reason, in the case of the consanguineous marriage, this type of inheritance is found very frequently. So if parent have carrier, so they have the chances 25% affected children, whereas you will find 75% do not express any type phenotype. Heterozygous carrier if are there, so there are 50% chances of the carrier, and you will find that you can see this woman would be carrier. That's why you can see that the child is affected. Okay, so they are not showing any expression, but in they may be carrier, they may be the heterozygous. So what thing we need to remember about autosomal recessive? The first and most important point, affected parents may not have the affected children. Now here in this case, we can conclude unaffected parents may have the affected children, right? You can see the skipping of generation. In the case of the heterozygous carrier marriages, you will find that the 25% children are absolutely normal, 50% of them will be heterozygous carrier, and 25% will be disease. Next category, X-linked recessive. Now, when we talk about X-linked, so I had already cleared that X-linked recessive, this disease will not be inherited in the woman because they have the double X chromosome. So recessive pattern is possible in their case. So you can see this mother is unaffected, father is also unaffected. So mother might be carrier. That's why she has transmitted the disease gene in the case of the daughter. Now this daughter got so many children, and out of that you can see this daughter is affected, that means carrier. Then boy, half of their son will be affected. In the case of X-linked recessive, their half of the son will be affected and half of the daughter will be carrier. Same pattern will be followed. So I have shown many generation in this case, because you can aware that X-linked recessive you will find in the whole pedigree, no daughter is affected, only their carrier, and that too not all the daughters are carrier. Only and only 50% of the daughters are carrier and 50% son will be carrier. So whenever there is a recessive pattern, whether it is autosomal, you can see the autosome, whether there is autosomal recessive or X-linked recessive, you will find that disease is not so crowded in the family, right? So you will find only few individuals are affected, and daughters also 50% only daughters are carrier. Now, when we talk about the dominant, whether it is X-linked or Y-linked, if father is affected, X-linked dominant, okay. If father is affected, all the daughters will be affected. Why? Because they are getting their X chromosome from one of the X chromosome from father. So if father's X chromosome is affected one, so definitely father will transmit that disease to the daughter, and daughter will give that particular chromosome. Now she is unaffected, first generation mother is unaffected and father is affected. So father will give this X gene to all the daughters, right? Now here I have not shown son, but if son is present, son will be unaffected. Why? Because son do not get any X chromosome from father. Son is getting only and only Y chromosome from father. So if father is affected, all the daughters in the family will be affected. Okay. And now here you can see mother is unaffected. That means they both will be heterozygous. You can see they have passed their X chromosome to the son. Now here the father is normal, so definitely the daughter will be unaffected. Clear? So we will conclude autosomal dominant. When we talk about autosomal dominant, it cannot be recessive because two affected parents they have, so it is not possible they have the unaffected offspring. So both the parents must be heterozygous. If the both parents are heterozygous, that time only we will get the unaffected child. So what we need to note about autosomal dominant, affected parents will have 50% minimum affected children, no skipping of generation, and the disease is crowded in the family. When we talk about the autosomal recessive, so it cannot be dominant. So there are chances unaffected parents they have the affected parent affected offspring if the parents are heterozygous. X and again if it is recessive, so skipping of generation is possible. There may be the chances that the 50% will be heterozygous carrier, 25% will be absolutely normal, and 25% children will show the disease. So only 25% in the population will be showing the disease. That's why this disease will not be very crowded, and there are chances of skipping of the generation, and the unaffected parents may have the affected child, affected parents may have the unaffected children. Now we'll talk about the X-linked dominant. X linkage cannot be confirmed 100% incidence in the case of the daughter. So if father is affected, that time all the daughters will be affected. Now you can see here in this particular family, father was affected, so all the daughters are affected and all the sons are healthy or not diseased because the mother is unaffected. So X-linked dominant, in the case of X-linked dominant, this is a very important point to be remembered. If in family father is affected, so all the daughters will be affected, and if that particular father has married to the unaffected woman, in that particular case all the sons will be normal. No skipping of generation because all the daughters in all the generation will have that particular disease. In the case of X-linked recessive women are less likely chances to getting the particular disease because women have the two X chromosomes. So if both the X chromosome have the homozygous recessive allele, that time only woman will show that particular type of inheritance. Now here you can see, although it is X-linked recessive, but the daughter is affected. Reason is father. So mother might be heterozygous and father is affected. That time only and only it is possible that they will show the particular disease. So example we will see when we talk about the uh, autosomal dominant. There is example of brachydactyly. It means the middle phalanx finger is absent. When we talk about the autosomal recessive, the best example is the cystic fibrosis. X-linked inheritance, when we talk about the recessive, in that case you will find hemophilia is the best example, and in the case of the X-linked dominant learning fragile X chromosome, that syndrome is related to the cognitive impairment. So these are the example of X-linked recessive, and this is all about the pedigree.